case of Sam Okudzeto Ablakwa, well, I also felt that he had taken the politics rather to the extreme levels, where he was attacking his colleagues and attacking opponents and getting personal. Me myself, me koje abayin sika, me to abayin asase. But soon after the election, as if I was one of their targets, they were flying drones on my properties in Winneba. Flying drones.
Who was flying drones?
The oral team. They later denied that it's not them, but look, we know what we know. Okay? And my Ablakwa property, I've lived there for so many years. So many years. Why would somebody go to the rail line, cross the rail line, and try to be spying my house? For what? They go to Winneba, do the same thing. And in fact, when he was coming to the verdict, he even had a search report with him. He read it, if you remember. He now read the search report.
We're over it as a family.
Maybe looking into your own acquisition in Winneba. I have the document here. It also varies. So,
Honorable nominee, because you have brought me in, I'm able to find out from you about my properties in Winneba that you know. I want you to share with the public.
This specific one is a lease between you and the government of Ghana on 22nd March 2023. The name Alexander Afenyo Markins for 99 years. This is in Winneba. The official search certificate indicates that the site also is covered by a lease dated 22nd March 2023 between the government of Ghana on one part and Alexander Afenyo Markin on the other part for a term of 99 years. So that is what the search certificate states.
It means that whatever I was being told they were doing was true. So, unbeknown to him, of course, he's not a lawyer. So perhaps he didn't even understand the search report. Because the search he did showed that my property in Winneba is not a state land. Okay? And he read it. So the question is, why that? Put that aside. He himself had made certain representation about MPs and their benefit and all. And I knew that he had taken all those benefits. Yet he had created the impression out there that, look, MPs taking car loan was not the right thing and all that. And then the way he was questioning people's lifestyle, I wanted to ask him whether he could avail himself if he's in that situation. So it wasn't personal. No. As minority leader, I'm supposed to do my work. Then you also said that, yes, there are some people that will let them go. Indeed, in parliament, those who build consensus, those that you think that, look, these ones, they appreciate the governance. You don't want to ruffle them, okay? Let it be. Do you stand by this, or you believe that with the benefit of hindsight, you could have used a more measured language as a politician? I understand you made this on the 4th of September in the heat of campaign, but would you say that you could have been more measured in the language you use on first paragraph?
Honorable Chair, with hindsight, I must admit that the language was rather harsh. I'm grateful.
Upgrading the Galamsey menace. Could the language have been different?
Given my responses so far, I would admit so.
Chairman, for the records, I am done with Honorable Clement Akpak. I don't have any question again. It is only fair that when a nominee appears before us, constitutionally he's qualified under Article 78, and key matters that are of controversy, he is honest enough to say he's sorry about it or he takes them back. I do not think that for my purpose I have any more to say. I will yield to the expert in his field. Dr. Educhum is here. You know, you are going to deal with education matters, and my colleague Buama and Mustafa and Deputy Leader, they are here to deal with you on other matters. But for me, I am done with you. Then those that you know that in terms of communication, they may have some challenge. You look at the constitutional thing and say, okay, constitutionally they are okay, let them go. And then there were some that I decided to stay away from their vetting to allow my other colleagues to do it, because leader, you can't do everything. You give space to your other colleagues to also do. So you realize that the vetting itself, I didn't do. Mahama has appointed 56 so far. It's left 4 to make it a 60. Count it. I didn't know more than 8. In fact, all the regional ministers, I wasn't there. Okay? All the regional ministers, I wasn't there. Deputy ministers, I did just about 2. Just about 2. Substantive cabinet ministers, I did about 4 or so. So in total, I didn't vet more than 10.
Do you think you all stood there because there were some cases like the 2 I mentioned? It became like we'll show you where power lies.
Yeah, but a politician must always seize the moment. A politician must always seize the moment. I mean, they have bruised our party and they created a certain impression about our party. And if they are there, they need to now fill the hot seat, how it is like to be in the hot seat. That, look, manage situations in a manner that would not take you to the extreme. I think it's fair. It's fair. And my colleagues know that I'm not a hardliner. They know. I'm not a very difficult person. I would want to make my case, and I'm reasonable because I've been in government before. I've been leader of government business before. And I know that come 2028, God willing, if we do our work well, if we brand well, if we sit and look at what caused our defeat and get closer to the people.
How is the branding going? So far, some of the criticism...
Political ideologies. We have our partisan interests. But listening to the neutrals, they think we can do better. They think that we should move to the center and engage more. They think that we are often too inward, for want of a better word, greedy, and overly looking at our partisan interests. So for those of you in NDC, you now have the government. My assurance to you is that on my side, in Parliament, we are ready to reach out. So be ready. Let's get to the center. The suspicions will not help. Let's get to the center. The suspicions will not help. The national interest first, but we'll still have our partisan interests. But at least let's create that platform to engage and let the Ghanaian people know that we are all looking out for the interests of the nation. So that it wouldn't be that, oh, it is the fall of one that would automatically lead to the rise of the other. No. Currently, the major problem we have in the country is job creation, unemployment. We need to create jobs. Government cannot create jobs through employment in the public sector. I'm a private entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. And I know that if we focus our energies on creating the jobs, creating the opportunities for the private sector will take charge. This can best be done through the political class being added them on the main issues that help the private sector. Beyond that, I think that the general posture of us as a political class also matters. To continue to give assurances that democracy is the only way to go. This violence upon violence that sometimes leadership pretends is not aware, is not going to help our cause. So anytime there's a change in government, some of our people are looking out for who to knock down and all. We don't need it. So I'm saying no to violence. Let's show proper leadership in real terms so that our people will take us serious and the youth would have confidence in us. And then also, let us, in our quest for accountability, do so in a decent, humane manner. That is rule of law. The rules of justice may grind slowly, but with surety. So I do not think that if we show machoism in the way we manage the affairs of state, it will help. That rather creates entrenched posture, and then people will not want to shift. So let us also be mindful of that. I believe that President Mahama, with just one term, would take advantage and make a name for himself, and who will support him. After all, supporting him or supporting the government does not dwindle the opportunities for MPP. In fact, I'm sure that may even lead to the ordinary Ghanaian believing that no, this is a serious alternative government, so let us give them also the opportunity. So Wafa, I think I've attempted an answer.
Abuja baby a wo hwe me bia wo haw ne amane kodan na bia da eda wo so bia no bomode se woni me bedi nkomo ye de samna nwanwaso bi aba e frɛ ne se yesika kokko na gold samna wo haw bia da eda wo so bia wo hia sa samna we se bi afi wo ye bema wo hwe me wo bema sam wo pom wo bema ye ketwa brabaji bula matali eduro bi na wo bema enye kese watimi abo adwuma so ache e wo empem ye de akwankyere bi aba abuzuan no ye hwehwe wo hyebrim a ye frɛ ne se mpanifo akwankyere ana se wo betima frɛ back to sender onipa bi ha onipa bi tata wato bet e wo ho se wo se ne tiblu beku bomode so befa numbers ne gu screen ase na woni mi akasa me hwehwe wo hyebrim wi a me bomode se me kyerɛ wo ne wo beye